Okay, everybody, part two. Sorry about that. Phone overheated because all the apps I had going on and everything like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and redo this. But, anyways, so if work wants to come at me when I go back, I have it right here in black and white. You want to try and fire me? Wrongful termination. I got you. Next topic I want to talk about real quick is the Wade versus Roe turnover. All right, the vote on that. A lot of people are upset about it. A lot of people are angry, very angry. A lot of people are rioting and doing very bad things over something that I believe, in my opinion, is just a simple fact of if you're a responsible adult when it comes to a responsible adult situation of procreation, sex, what have you. And here's how I feel. If you're an adult and you're having sex, you should be adult enough to take the necessary precautions for having sex. Use protection. There's abstinence. Uh, of course, there's birth control, and hey, not all of these things work 100% of the time. You still have to, I mean, pulling out. God, all of us guys know that doesn't always work. Okay, I in my life have chosen not to have children. I wanted children, but I can't for the life of me see raising a child in this world that is so corrupt and so crazy. Like, I would sit there and tell my kid of the good days and how I grew up, and he would go to school and hear about things like this. Dad, why is it? And I'd have to tell him the honest truth of, hey, we don't support that. This is how it is. This is our life. When you're old enough, you can make your own decisions. I wouldn't want to raise a kid up in these times in this day and age. It's too fucking scary. It's too crazy. People don't know what gender they are. All right? People make up their own genders. They make up their own pronouns. You can get in trouble at work for calling somebody the wrong pronoun. Hey sir, can I help you with this? Can I teach you about this? I am not a sir. Well, damn. You can get fired for things like that. This world is crazy. Back to the Wade versus Roe. If you are responsible with your sexual activity, then you would not have to have an abortion. Okay? If you practice abstinence, you wouldn't have to have an abortion. You don't hear these married mothers that have 5 kids bitching and complaining with their blue hair about abortions. They're not. Why? Because they have children. Because they wanted children. I think abortion is a shortcut for women or a couple, have you, a shortcut for them because they don't have the means, the responsibility to raise a child. I don't agree with it. Absolutely 100% not. And I can tell you from personal experience, when somebody else does that to your unborn child, even though you ask them not to, it's pretty fucking hurtful. All right, you're taking away at life something that child could have grown up to be the next president or change the world for better, for good, or it could have came out to be the next Hitler. God knows. But everybody still deserves a chance. I do believe in plan B. Hey, don't use it as plan A. Accidents do happen, but it is before a sperm and an egg are allowed to turn into life that quick. It's better than all the alternatives. Okay, I'm pros on some sides, I'm cons on the other, but that's just my opinion on that. If you are an adult and you're responsible enough to have sex, you should be responsible enough to take the precautionary, like an adult. Hey, there is an opportunity for us to get pregnant. Okay, should we wait to be married? Should we wait till we're financially responsible? Should we wear protection? Should we just stick to, I don't know if this is going to get me kicked off, but just to simple things like foreplay until it's time for you to uh, be ready and responsible to have children. So, why are y'all bitching about it? It's my body. Okay, I'm right there with you, ladies. If you want to get tattoos and put them all over your face and all over your body, it's your body. Hey, I'm covered in tattoos. Do your thing. If you want to chop your wiener off and try and become something that you're not, that's your choice. I don't have to agree with it, but don't push it on me and my family or my way of life. That's your way of life, okay? Take the Bruce Jenner kind of thing. I'm only going to hit on this real short, but you can chop everything off, get implants, get plastic surgery, whatever. Try and change who you are physically, but that does not change who you are biologically. All right, you can put all the bells and whistles you want on that body that you paid a whole bunch of money for, but you still cannot procreate or create life. You don't have the plumbing for it. You can't do it. So therefore, by science and biology, you are still a man. You're a man who was not comfortable with himself and chopped things off. Your body, your choice. I agree with you. I think it's fucking stupid. But I'm a woman on the inside. Me too. I love women. I'm a lesbian on the inside. I love women and only women. Should I go out and say, I'm a lesbian, but I only sleep with women and I have a male anatomy part? It doesn't work that way. All right? 100 years down the road, they're going to dig up your bones and they're going to put it through scientific research, and they're going to say, this was a man. This was a woman. Well, damn. Then why in the hell do you have people sitting there claiming to be something else that they're not? Why? Because they are not comfortable with who they are on the inside, and they want everybody to accept them for who they are now and what they want to be, playing Halloween every day, but they are not accepting themselves for what they were born. That's on them. That's their stupidity. And that's my views on it. After that, the other topic I want to talk about is Sleepy Joe and living paycheck to paycheck. He thinks that he still has a good economy. No. He still denies that inflation is a thing that is hurting people. He denies it. He says, yes, there will be inflation, but no, Americans can still get by. Why in the hell does it cost $5 for a gallon of gas? Why does it cost almost $5 for a gallon of milk? Why does it cost $10 to $15 for a good amount of hamburger meat? Because of inflation. Because of those things that he signed the day he took. Now, yes, economics are taking effect. I'm not denying that after the pandemic, shit's going to happen. Shit's going to go up. Supply and demand. People didn't work for a long time. Hey, got to keep me here because I'm afraid of the virus. Yeah. All these vaccines. Yeah. Hey, you know what? The world goes round. Okay? But for this guy to get in office his very first day and sign all of these things and change everything that was going really good for 4 years, and now everybody in America is like, it's pretty expensive to go somewhere. Inflation. Gas costs too much. Pipeline's gone. Fracking is gone. Local drilling is gone. We're buying from other countries that are getting rich when we could stay rich in our own economy and in our own country. But nope, he wants to blame another country in a war. The hell do they have to do with our gas prices? Oh wait, maybe because we're buying our gas from them. Because you shut everybody down here. You won't let us use our stuff, which we have plenty of. So all I can say to anybody that denies inflation and wants to put the blame on a war in another country, you're an idiot. Fact right there. This started the day he took office. Green New Deal. Get back. Get green better. Yeah, yeah. No. Our world has gone through cycles and cycles of the climate change. It cycles itself. We're just going through one of those cycles. Do us as humans help? We're a carbon footprint. We probably don't help it, but we do maintain with what we have. Moving on. Because all I can say is, FJB, you are making it hard for me to live paycheck to paycheck. My bills average in between $1,200 to $1,600 a month. And I don't have extra things. I don't have YouTube, Netflix, cable, anything like that. I have turned off my air conditioner to save $300 a month in electricity charges. I was paying anywhere from $360 to $420 a month during the summer times. Guess what? I turned off my AC so I could save myself money and make other ends meet. My electric bill is right around $60 to $80 a month now. Why? Because it costs so much money to do anything. I can't have another job. My other job, I can't do it. Costs too much to drive Uber and Lyft. Way too much money in gas. I'm not making a profit. Not where I live, not with the gas expenditure, not with the prices. I cannot live paycheck to paycheck anymore. I am having to cut things out that are normally essential. Food, gasoline. There's no more me going out, me having savings, me having a good time, me having a refrigerator full of food. No. I live very bare minimum. And he wants to blame another country and not himself. And he's not trying to fix it one bit. A tax-free holiday. Really? You idiot. And then you turn around and say, hey, we need to start more of the refineries. And then we might have gas prices go down. It'll take a while. You're the motherfucking idiot that told him to stop. Wake the fuck up. You did this. It's your fault. You are in charge. You fix it. Moron. All right, now moving on. Sorry about that. Gonna do a couple of movie reviews real quick. After all my bitching, I'm gonna keep it nice and short. I watched a couple of movies in the past couple weeks and a series, which I really enjoyed. And I'm gonna give a shout out to KENOBI. Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I have Han Solo on my whiskey glass. I have Darth Vader. I have Yoda. I have the Rebel symbol. I love Star Wars. That's my thing. Now, the only thing I was hoping for, it would be more like the book KENOBI that came out in maybe 2016, somewhere around there, which takes place right when Obi-Wan lands on Tatooine to drop Luke off, before he gives it to Beru and the Lars family. Takes place before that, and then has the Tusken Raiders and the Krayt Dragon and all the other things he has to deal with, of course. Good book. I highly recommend it. But that's not what I got with this series. What I got was a different concept and different story of 10 years later. And I really enjoyed it. It was really good. The actors that came back did amazing. The touch-ups that they did, the little visuals and hints and things that they did to kind of tie in episode 3 and 4. I really loved it. It was amazing. The only drawback I have is the one actress who played the third sister Inquisitor. Overactor. Good God. I hated watching her act. It was brutal. She was basically trying to, I don't know, be Captain Kirk. It was just so over dramatized. Like, ah. And so when I got to see episode 5 in the season, I was like, oh God, she's dead. Thank you. No more overacting. And then I got to season 6 and I was like, shit. All right. Damn it. Her storyline was good, but just her acting was, it really bugged the shit out of me. I give that a 9 out of a 10 for a series. It was short. I hope they do a season 2. It was amazing. Thank you, Disney. Keep your gay crap out of there. Make me a lot more happy. But do a season 2. Really enjoyed Kenobi. First movie I watched that I really loved was Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. Of course, being an 80s child, growing up in the 90s, I grew up with Beavis and Butthead. Loved them. Snuck into the first movie. I was underage. All right. Loved it. Watched all. I have all the episodes. Believe me. The only drawback I have to say about it was the fact that Beavis's voice sounds like Mike Judge may have been smoking a pack a day for the past 8-10 years. And I could kind of hear it in the last series that they did. Like he's more raspy. You know, it's not the same as it was. So I was just like, okay. The artwork. Beavis and Butthead looked the same, of course. However, the artwork of everything else around, the other people around, seemed very Boondock Saints artistic wise. Everything was very sharp and not quite anime sharp, not Japanese anime, but Boondock Saints, if you know what I'm talking about. Loved the storyline. It was funny. Was it as good as Do America? In its own way, it was as funny. Was it as good? Of course not. You very rarely can you have a movie, a sequel, or a part 2 that is as good or ever better than the first one. It's very rare. So, Empire Strikes Back was better than A New Hope, in my opinion. It was fucking awesome. That's just one example. Moving on. Last movie I watched, which I give Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe a 9 out of, I'll give it 8 out of a 10. Really enjoyed it. Last movie, and real quick here, was a movie which is a little bit older. Came out maybe a year or two ago, but I finally got to watch it, called King of Staten Island. Okay. Pete Davidson, comedian. Love his work. Bill Burr, one of my Mount Rushmore comedians. Love his work. Spoiler alert, deceased father who was a fireman, yada, yada, yada. Kid who doesn't want to get a job. He wants to be a tattoo artist. And he's just kind of a pothead bum. Really loved the storyline. I expected a little bit more out of the story, because of the very ending, it's just Pete Davidson watching the skyline. It's like, what happened to you doing all the work at the firehouse? You bonding, that kind of thing. What happened, man? I was hoping that you would get in there and be a fireman too. Live up your father's legacy that you found out about and that you're so happy about. No, he just drops his girlfriend off and looks at the skyline. Like, shit! This should have been a damn series. Would have made more. Would have loved it. Alright, a couple more minutes. Out of that, I'd go ahead and give that one a 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. Pete Davidson and Bill Burr did a great job together. Really loved it. So look it up, watch it, enjoy it. Watch all 3 of them. Highly recommend. In closing, take care of yourselves, people. This world is crazy. People identifying as something they're not born to be, pushing their agenda, their views on you. Our country trying to be pushed into a socialist country. It's scary times. And it's really hard for somebody like me, who's a conservative, and claim to be Christian, male, straight, conservative male in these day and age who loves my freedom of speech, and I have no filter, I will tell you. So it's hard these days to voice your opinion. And this platform I'm thankful for, because I can still do that with a few shackles here and there. But at work, dealing with stuff like this, my other posts that you've probably seen, it's not easy. This world has gone crazy. And what it takes is more people with an open mind, which that's all they're asking for on the other side, is they want an open mind. Try it out. Be this way. Open your mind and your heart to reality. We're living in times that even in the Bible say this is what it's going to be. And that's just the easy part. Next thing you know, it's going to be one world currency, one world domination of one power, one leader. Then they're going to have the mark of the beast, and you can't get food, you can't get gas, you can't do any of these things because you're not affiliated with that one party. Scary times, people. It doesn't matter what your religion is. I mean, almost every religion can agree to disagree, almost. But they all have one thing in common, mostly, is peace and love. Some religions, you can be put to death for these gay antics and stuff like that. You can be stoned to death. You can be beheaded. But in our country now, you can do whatever you want. And I feel like our founding fathers are being walked upon because things like where I work and what my freedom of speech and something that is not violent is being considered offensive. It's a scary world that we live in, people. And it takes you to voice your opinion, to get out there, to vote, and to stand up for your freedoms and your rights and our rights as Americans. And P.S. to that, for watching this, I want to say thank you for those people that do subscribe, those that do like, those that do comment and watch. Thank you so much. Share it. Give me ideas of what you want to hear. Give me your opinions. I'm an open book. I like to have good discussions. I'll put on here what you want me to say or talk about. But just keep liking, keep sharing, and commenting. I do appreciate that. And I just want to say thanks again, and take care of yourselves. Wake up. You know, freedom of speech is not going to be here for very long. The Second Amendment is not going to be here for very long. The First Amendment is being taken away from us. You got to stand up for what's right. So, take care of yourselves and have a good day.